Good evening. In today's session, let's look at a question that is related to GST. And this was the question which has been asked in one of the State Public Service Commission examinations of Group 1. Look at this. The question is asking about consider the following statements regarding GST, Goods and Services Tax. We know regarding GST and we have discussed very extensively. Look at this. The question is which of the statements given above is or correct, meaning either one statement may be correct, two statements may be correct, or three statements may be correct. So that we'll try to find out by reading the statements. Look at the statement number 1. So this is the GST will bring more transparency. There is no doubt GST will bring more transparency to direct tax laws. This is really very important one. GST is related to indirect tax laws but not the direct tax laws. So obviously what happens? Statement 1 that is given is wrong. That is the reason why you have to read the whole statement. If you read half, GST will bring more transparency till the time it is correct. Till that particular word transparency, the statement is correct, but followed by to direct tax laws is wrong. This is indirect tax laws. Am I clear? So statement 1 is wrong. Now let's look at the statement number 2. GST was the 122nd Constitutional Amendment Bill. We know the difference between a bill and act. Clear? So during our discussion, we have discussed very clearly it was the 122nd Constitution Amendment Bill. After it is passed and after the assent of the President, it became 101 Constitution Amendment Act. Clear? So here this is related to bill. So obviously 122nd Constitutional Amendment is right. Clear? And it was introduced in the Parliament in the form of 122nd Constitution Amendment Bill, and the statement is right. Very important. Kindly see here, if you remember only 101, then obviously we may go wrong. Hence, we need to remember the number of the bill and the number of the act. Very important. Similarly, if you look at statement number 3, GST is a destination based tax. We have discussed very comprehensively and very extensively, and the statement is right. So out of the 3 statements that are given, 2 statements are right, meaning second statement and third statement are right, first statement is wrong. Accordingly, you can go to the answer. Clear? Now I'll show you one more question. I was telling you in the during the last week discussion that some questions are very simple, some questions are average, and some questions are really standard and complicated. Right? And you need to prepare in all the levels. Clear? Now I'll show you the next question. This is the question that was asked in the examination. You must be aware of this answer. Which of the bodies recommends the distribution of the net proceeds of taxes to be shared between the center and the states, and allocation between the states the respective shares of such proceeds? Clear? We know the answer very clearly, and every one of you know, I am very sure, and the answer is Finance Commission. Finance Commission will recommend all these. Like this, you know, some questions may be simple, some questions may be little complicated, but in order to clear the competitive examination, you should be preparing at the higher standard level. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next session.